Hello everybody, welcome back if you were with us this morning, or welcome to this live session at the museum. It's Mineralogy Museum of Paris School of Mines, and we're called Mine Paris Tech right now. So today you chose to have a look at some barrels. We had a nice poll and people choose between calcite and Beryl, and a lot of you chose Beryl. So, well, thanks for voting in the first place, and thanks for being here. We are in the gallery right now, and I don't know if you see the sign behind me. I hope the video is working fine. You see that I am in a silicate room. It's a large room here at the museum, just because silicates, well, they are the main mineral family. A lot of silicates at the surface of the earth, therefore a lot of silicates in museums in general, and in our museum in particular. And Beryl is part of the silicate family. So slowly we're going to be going to, you see, I opened for you a case here, and after seeing some barrels on display, I will show you some barrels that are hiding in the drawers. So the video is going to be about 20 minutes long max. I will show you some minerals on display first, maybe 10 minutes, and then we're going to go into the drawers, if that works by you. Hi everybody, I see that a lot of people are joining now. So I'm Héloïse Gaillou, I'm a curator at the museum, the Mineralogy Museum here at the Paris School of Mines. And I'm going to, oh yeah, it's beautiful weather. Beautiful weather here in Paris. You see that we're overlooking the Luxembourg Garden, and at this time of the day we have the lights coming in the museum, so it's truly wonderful. All right, and I'm going to show you some Beryl today, presenting you the family of Beryl. Okay, so the display case is going to be behind me. I'm going to switch the camera so you can see better all those beautiful rocks. Hi everybody, I see some people from Washington, from Mexico joining. That's great. Hi guys. Okay, turning back the camera. Here. Okay, so now I hope that you see that in our museum all the minerals are arranged by family, and within the family it's arranged by chemical species. So here in the Beryl family, what you might see here is the chemical composition. So Beryl is a silicate that contains beryllium and aluminium. So this mineral should not have any color. It should be colorless, because silica, beryllium, aluminium, they don't have any intrinsic color. However, what you see in this display case here is that you have a large variety of color, and we classify them by color. So why is that? Well, the fact that a lot of beryls have colors is due to the fact that beryl contains some chemical impurities. So usually you have the variety called gauchonite that is supposed to be colorless. So here in this display case, we don't have any gauchonite. We have some gauchonite gemstones there. However, I'm not going to show you that today. Maybe gemstones will be the topic of another story. But today, here you have some nice beryl, blue to blue-green beryl, and when they're blue to blue-green like that, we call them aquamarine, or aigue-marine in French. Aquamarine is a variety of beryl that is colored by iron, and to be more precise, it's colored by iron 2+, mostly. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. Why this one in particular? Because the color is just stunning, and the shape is a bit crazy. I will show you some more typical shapes right after, but first I wanted to show you the color of this amazing aquamarine beryl. It's the shape is due to etching, so it's a bit actually shapeless. There's not much shape that you see here, but the feature, it's so beautiful, it's so sculptural, that's one of my favorite in this case here. Actually, beryl is silicate containing beryllium and aluminium that crystallizes into the hexagonal system. And here I'm going to show you a perfect example of a beryl showing an hexagon. See that? You see the catalog number. All of the minerals here are cataloged with a number. Everything is digitized into a database. And you see what you see, I hope that you see well here, is the perfect hexagonal shape of this barrel here. So a lot of barrels will show this elongated shape like that with the hexagonal top. If I take another one, this is another one of my dear favorites. You see a bit of dissolution pattern on the edges here, but when I turn back, you see that the ovular shape is again a rounded, this time rounded hexagonal. So this is another aquamarine. In French people don't really agree with the fact that I call that aquamarine, and you see it's only called Beryl here versus some others that are called aquamarine. In French we will call that more a green beryl instead of aquamarine, but for me an aquamarine is from green to blue-green to blue. When it's purely green, and this time when the color center is due to some presence of impurities, chromium impurities, chromium plus vanadium, gives this deep green color, and in this case we call the beryl emerald. Yes, these are some emeralds still inside the host rocks. You see some here, you see more here. I hope that you can see that fine. Hello everybody, I see that a lot of people are joining, so thanks for joining. And look at this, look at these natural crystals. So all of these shapes are perfectly natural. So again, you will see in this case that this is actually an emerald coming from Colombia, from the Muzo mine, very famous mine. So for a long time, emeralds were mostly found in Egypt, and actually emeralds were mined in Egypt since for the last, over 3,000 years. And it was also found in Austria. I don't think I have any Austrian ones here, but they were known by the Celtic people as well for a long time. And it was only in 1537 that Colombia was found as a place where you can find emeralds. Actually, Indians from the Americas, they knew very well that emerald existed, and they were used in trades before the Spaniards rediscovered the mines in Colombia. So, emerald is a beryl. It's a green beryl colored by vanadium and chromium. Okay, but you have some more. You have some more varieties, and for example, you have this great Heliodor. Heliodor is the yellow to orange yellow variety of beryl, and this time it is colored by the presence of impurity, of iron impurity, but iron 3+. Aquamarine was iron 2+, and Heliodor is mostly iron 3+. Nice from Madagascar. This is the main locality for nice Heliodor. You have some in Brazil as well. And another color very popular in beryl is morganite. These are some morganite here and here. And just in front, you have a very, very deep red beryl. These are not morganite, they're called red beryl. You see that the color is much more intense than in the other pink beryl. See the difference here? So in the case of red beryl, and actually the only locality where you can actually find nice red beryl is Wawa Mountains in Utah in the US. So the color center, again, it's an impurity giving rise to the color, and it's manganese in the 3+ state, Mn3+, whereas for morganite, and you see this one is so transparent that you see the sample holder on the back here. Morganite, the color center is manganese as well, but manganese in the 2+ state only, and that's why you have such a different color. Light pink color, Mn2+ for morganite, deep, intense, very intense red color for red beryl from Wawa Mountains. This is really a collector piece. Some are cut as gemstones, they're so rare, so tiny, only one deposit in the world. Okay, and here we are for the family of beryl. So what do you think? What do you think about going and seeing some hidden treasures now? Okay? Bear with me. So we have a lot of things happening in this museum. We have, underneath this, we have a lot of drawers. I don't know if you can see them. The collection on view to the public is 4,500 specimens, but we have 4,500 specimens on view to the public, but 100,000 in the collection. So you will ask me, why do we have so many specimens? What do we do with all those specimens? So for some of them, yes, they will be shown to the public. Some we will use them to do some temporary exhibits inside the museum, but also outside. So we loan specimens around the world for special exhibit, mostly for museums, obviously. But we will also have a collection dedicated to preserve the localities. We are the School of Mines here. So we want to keep the mines alive, even those that were close to 200 years ago, by keeping some I'm showing here, some localities, some minerals from different localities in drawers like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open 2 drawers for you today. Some drawers are underneath those display cases here, and they are usually the specimens that we're going to use on display for temporary exhibits. And some other drawers here, you see I opened some here that usually are more reference pieces, but you will see that in the reference pieces we have some really good ones as well. Okay, let's begin. I will try to put down the phone here for a few seconds so I can open the door for you. You will see how it works. Okay, don't know if you can see well. I'm lucky, this is not a heavy drawer, but this is a drawer full of samples. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to bring the camera next to you after that. Okay, 1 drawer out. And I'm going to turn the camera again so you can see what I'm doing. This is a drawer. I put it on a little twirler. And all of our drawers here are protected with this kind of plexiglass. So all the samples are safe from dust. It's really practical. We love doing that. These are the best case scenario. And in this drawer, it's numbered. We are in the silicate family here. I recognize that. And I opened this drawer specifically for you because it contains some nice emerald and some nice aquamarine as well. So this is really cool. I like this specimen as well, coming from Siberia. So this is an aquamarine. Look at this. I just love when I turn the sample, you see that it really shines. The luster is really great on this one, really great. You might wonder, I told you about emeralds, okay? But maybe some of you know a variety of emerald that is called Trapeze or Trapeze emerald. Well, this is one. This is a rough sample of Trapeze emerald. It doesn't look like much like this. Now I turn it over, you see the base. Maybe you still see the hexagonal shape here. And look at that, it has some very specific features. I'm going to turn it around. It has been cut and polished to see what's in the center. If you know Trapeze emeralds, they have a star shape inside of them that is really dark in color, as you see here. I have the other piece that has been cut and polished from that very specific sample here. You see, that's the same guy. That's the same guy that has been cut and polished. The color is not that obvious in this very thin slice, but it's really to show you the star that you see typically in Trapeze emeralds. So I'm going to put that down. It's going to be easier for me. Okay, so you see that? The star is due to the presence of impurities within the emeralds. As you might have seen, I'm going to show you that in one of these ones. Why not? Why not this, actually? Why not this? See, the emerald has grown in a very dark rock. It's usually a metamorphic rock. It's called a micaschests. And it's actually some part of this rock that were intergrown within the within the emeralds when it grew, and that's why you have this crazy trapeze shape. I told you about this metamorphic rock, very typical for emerald, but most of the time, okay, let me try to get that one if I can. It's not very tight. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Most of the time, Beryl is found in pegmatite. So pegmatite is a rock, a magmatic rock, which cool down very slowly, and that's why you have giant crystals in pegmatite. So most of the giant crystals are made of quartz, of feldspar, but you also find beryl, spodumene sometimes, maybe you know spodumene for the calcite variety. So this is really cool. And what I like as well in those drawers that you don't see on display is that we have some old labels. So this dates back from most likely the 19th century. It's not written here, but you see those nice labels. Usually I would not touch them with my hands. It's really especially for you guys. You will see that most of the time they are under some paper as well, protected, and I will show that to you later. For you as well, I brought within it's not a beryl, but it's within the beryl family. It's not big, but that's the only sample I have of this species that we call pezzotoite. So pezzotoite is very close from beryl. Okay, let me try to zoom in. It's very close from beryl. It's a silicate containing beryllium, aluminium, but it also contains some cesium and some lithium in it. So that's a different species than beryl. So the name pezzotoite comes from the name of Dr. Federico Pezzotta. He is a curator at the Milan Museum in Italy. Okay, turning back. Okay, so this is one of the drawers, and I promised you to show you another drawer. So the drawer that I'm going to open is going to be just here. And when we open drawers in a museum, we have to be careful so that when you open a drawer, nothing else falls down. So what I'm going to do is going to open the first drawer here. Okay, not too much, but the one drawer that I want to show you is the one above. So this way everything is protected. This one is not going to fall down when I open it. Okay, and I'm going to turn the camera back. Okay, here is another drawer. So you see, it's a bit more messy usually in this one, but that's the way museums work. You know that our museum has been the collection has been here since 1794. The museum as it is now, so all the furniture that you see here date back from 1855. So I think it's pretty well preserved for a museum from 1855. Okay, and I wanted to show you one specific one. I told you that these drawers didn't necessarily have the best specimens, but look at this. I don't have any filter, I just had a rough look at this perfect hexagonal shape, this perfect aquamarine here. I just love it. So this was part of an exhibit not long ago in Sainte-Marie-aux-Mines. I think it was 2 years ago. We exhibited for an exhibit, but I just love it. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to put it carefully here. And I want to show you the associated old label. You see that? So it's very old Siberian, what they called emerald, because in France and mostly in Europe, any beryl that was gemmy, so gem quality, nice color, was not referred as beryl. It was only for the opaque ones. As soon as it was gemmy in quality, nice color, we would call it an emerald, even if it was not green. But this now would qualify as an aquamarine, okay? All right, little guy, we're gonna put you back inside. Okay, safely. And then I'm gonna open the drawer a bit more. So you see most beryls have this elongated shape like this with the hexagonal top. Most beryls are like this, except for some, such as the morganite. Morganite usually, so it's always will be hexagonal in shape, but it will be flat. So you see this this crystal is really flat. It didn't get long like this. This very typical of morganite and the other species that I presented to you earlier, which is called pezzotoite. It seems that as soon as you have a bit of cesium inside the beryl, the crystal habit changes and it doesn't do long crystal, but it stays really flat in shape. See? So maybe one last specimen from the hidden drawers, things that people usually can't see. All those drawers are close to the public, okay? Only the display cases, you can see the specimens inside the display cases, but not in those drawers. So I hope that you're enjoying to see some very hidden treasures here and that you like them, to see a bit what a museum is like as well. You know, that's how we usually work. And I have all of my pieces here and some more nice things to show you. So, you know, I didn't want to do a very long video today, just to present to you the Beryl family. You voted for Beryl instead of calcite. I know that you did, a lot of you did. So I'm going to show you what you missed. I'm going to travel along the gallery a bit and I will show you what you missed by choosing Beryl. I love Beryl, so it was fine with me. Maybe another time we will do some calcite or some other mineral of your choice. Maybe someday we could actually stop and look at some gemstones, such as the gemstones of the French crown jewels. So I see that some people ask me, why is it in English? Well, it's because you missed the French version that was at 12 p.m. French time. These are some jewels from the French crown jewels here. Last stop before I say goodbye to you will be at the calcite. You had the choice between calcite and beryl, and this is calcite very quickly. Calcite is lovely because it has plenty of different shapes, plenty of different colors. And believe me, we have drawers and drawers of great calcite as well. But this will be for another time, because that was beryl was your choice today. Look at this nice spar, Icelandic spar here. I can't leave you today without showing you my favorite specimen. This calcite specimen has replaced completely a sea urchin, and it comes from not far away from Paris, actually. So this is truly amazing. All right, 25, almost 20 minutes in. Thanks all of you for joining. If you have any questions, just contact me on the message on the Instagram. Don't hesitate. Always nice to hear from you guys. Stay tuned. We might do another live next Wednesday or something like that. So goodbye. Have a great end of the day. The museum is closed, but we hope it's going to be reopening soon. We're still waiting on on knowing what can happen in France or not, what can happen at the School of Mines as well, because it's not only a museum here, we are within a school. So we have to follow the direction of the school. Be sure we will let you know what's happening. So don't worry. I will say goodbye to you. I hope to see you soon by camera like this or maybe in the museum. Bye-bye. Take care.